Alright, I think we're good. We're back. More paper. Perjury. What happened last time? That one guy died. And we figured out who was running the... Who was stealing money from the charities. That's great. Anyways. Ah, crap, not you again. Doughboy, were you at my death store again last night? What's it to you, Greenie? I thought you and that jerk cop said you'd leave me alone. What are you doing here again? Hey, Small Fry, long time no see. We saw your big donut you left, Doughboy. I ain't talking any more cops, so beat it. Listen to me, Small Fry, there was a murder last night outside Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. If you're there, I need you safe. No, I ain't saying a word. You better talk, or Sophie here will book you for vandalism. Not to mention hindering our investigation. Just see, that's not... Alright, fine, I'll talk to you stupid cops, but I swear I didn't see anything. Game on, he feels a little too high. Bluffing always works with this kid. Damn, messed up. I don't have much to say. So maybe I did make a donut on the side of that store. But I didn't see anything, and I don't know nothing about a dead guy. So whatever happened, it was after I got my things and left. Happy now? I have a feeling it's going to be a struggle to get him talking to us. I see you haven't stopped being a nuisance since we last saw you, Doughboy. Heh, maybe a nuisance to boring losers like you. My popularity has been soaring online. The doughheads are bigger than ever. I'm a star witness in that orphanage case. My pieces are selling like hotcakes. You're certainly not letting it go to your head at all. Hang on, your pieces? How on earth do you sell graffiti? Or drop my orders up to me. I've been known to entice a little bit of cash if you catch my drift. Now people want you to vandalize their property? We're not all failures of an artist like you, Greenie. Damn! That's way too deep of a cut. Hey, be nice to Justy, Small Fry. She's the one who started it. Small Fry. Can you stop calling me that? I'm Doughboy. It doesn't fit. You're not doughy enough. But you're small and named Fry, so you're Small Fry. How's a person look doughy? It's not about looks, it's about feel. Exactly! See, when I call her a nickname, it's all about feel. You know, Small Fry, you should call her Justy instead of Greenie. She's wearing green, therefore she's Greenie. Well, what if she decides to wear blue or pink? Then maybe she shouldn't wear green every day, every time I see her. But I like wearing green. How have things been with you, Meg? What's it to you, Greenie? Relax, I was just wondering. Well, I haven't really talked to her since that stupid day. Even if that weird magician lady wrote the letter, I'm still... Nah, forget it. Why am I talking to losers anyway? I think it's clear that Meg cares about you, Small Fry. I mean, she kept your spray paint around. That has to mean something. I'm sure she'd still want to be your friend. Just leave me alone. Alright, let's see. We already know that's a line, Oil. You left your spray paint at the scene, still full of paint. I don't think you would have just left that there if you weren't in a hurry. I think something scared you made you run. So what was it? Did you witness the murder? So what if I left it? That doesn't mean anything, Greenie. It was left there by mistake. By mistake in a trash can? Yeah, so it happens all the time. Let me explain. Alright. So what if I left my spray can there? It happens to the best of us. I was there in the morning anyway, so it must have been in the trash for a while. All I did was the outline, and I was planning to color it in tomorrow. So I must have left it before that guy died. I have to wait before I finish my newest masterpiece. I'm gonna look over the statement again, something is out of place. Yep, I see it immediately. That's not possible. Trash pickup was that day, and your spray can should not have been in there. Time to bluff him again. They pick up the trash at 5 p.m., so the only time you could have been there was right around when he died. That's not true. They weren't there when I was there. So you confess to being there at the time. I'm not getting involved in your mess. What happened to that guy has nothing to do with me. Justy, calm down. We won't get anywhere if you get angry. He clearly knows something. We just need to squeeze it out of him. You can't force him to talk. Let me try talking to him. Listen, Fry, the man who died, he wasn't just some random person. He had family and friends, and a lot of people miss him. No matter what we do, he's never coming back. We're trying to find his killer, and we need your help. You're not a bad kid, just a passionate artist with a chip on your shoulder. So please, no more games. We just want to help. Well, I admit I was there. That worked? How did she... So you were there. You saw everything? Don't get your hopes up. I didn't get involved. Let me explain. So there I was, painting my next masterpiece. I heard a door open in the alleyway, so I scrammed. Well, I ducked around the corner, and when I peeked out, a pair of guys were standing next to my masterpiece. I saw one of them pull their gun and stay hidden. Then bam, one gunshot. I wasn't about to be next, so I ran away after that. Why didn't you report any of this to the police? You saw a man get shot and you just did nothing? I was scared. I mean, you know, I figured someone else would report it. I don't like cops, so I wasn't about to sit through all your stupid questions. I'd rather just forget it. Never want to see anything like it again. Did you at least get a good look at the shooter's face? Anything that could help identify him? Can't tell you nothing. Too much darkness. They were talking about money or something. I heard something about farm animals, too. And to be clear, did you hear only one gunshot? Yeah, but there was another sound. No idea what. Was it another gunshot? I don't know. I was running for my life. How was I supposed to know? Was it or not? It's very important, Fry. Okay, yes it was. Now, lay off me already. You said you saw two of them. Was there anyone else in the alley before you heard the door? Nope, it was just me until then. And our culprit came in from inside the store. Well, no, that means my dad could be... Don't jump to conclusions, Justy. You know there are two people who were in the store with Anton, your dad and Harris. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I have a picture. Fred, did the culprit look like this? No way. Couldn't be him. He was the one that got shot. What? No freaking way. Nah, there's no way. The guy pulled the gun, he aimed it at the person with the hat, just like that. But Harris is still alive. I'm going to bring him in. He can tell us what happened. I'm going to quickly write down what he said and head back. Maybe you should take a moment to think about this. Go over what Fry said. But Sophie, we haven't got a clue about who the culprit is until now. He's our only lead. We're burning daylight. I need to head back before he leaves. Oh man, this case just got a lot less obvious. Jesse, wait! Mr. Newbook? Can I help you, ma'am? There's an eyewitness who claims he saw two people walk out of the store last night and into the alleyway. One of those people pointed a gun at someone with a hat just like yours. You're hiding something, Harris. What happened last night? A witness, you say? He's pedaling fast when you're in a hurry. Detective, is it true? Someone saw me? It is. An eyewitness who we know isn't lying. What happened last night? Did you kill Anton Chambers? You're barking up the wrong tree, partner. I got nothing else to say. Then we have to bring you back to the station for questioning. There we can get you to public defender and continue our conversation. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Mr. Newbeck, don't tell me you killed Anton. Ferris, please help partner out. I swear on my mama's grave I didn't kill nobody. I don't got no money for a lawyer, and you're the only one I know. Please, man. You know, I feel a little bad for making fun of her when she was crying, so fine, I won't be mean to her just this once. Just this once! I'm not a defense attorney. Why would you want me? If I had to put my life in someone's hands, I want to be someone I know. Detective, can I see the evidence? I suppose it can't hurt. Miss Newbeck, if I may, I want to take your case. You do? But didn't you just meet him today? Well, I'll be. You believe I'm innocent? There's something in the evidence that I want to see for myself. I'll meet you all at the station. Now she's our enemy again. Great. Come on, Jesse, that's a good thing. Now Harris doesn't need a public defender. It's also less paperwork for you. There's no time to waste, let's get back to the station. Thanks for his help, we finally started to form what happened last night. Oops. But on the way to the station, I kept thinking about what Ferris said. I looked over the evidence again and again, not knowing what she saw. Then we got back to the station, I gave up and decided to go in head first. Alright, well, I was like 10 minutes away from the end. What's up, Detective? You seem lost in thought. I'm looking over the evidence we collected. You best look it over once before we go in. We got a few uphill battles coming up. We have more than enough evidence to close this case. How hard can this be? To answer a key question, why would Harris Nuba commit murder? Because, if what Smallfry said is right, Anton pulled a gun on Harris. Well, why would he? And more importantly, why did it lead to murder? I can't shake the feeling that we're missing something. Okay, now I'm nervous. This will be our first case without Detective Hunt's full support. And if it's not Harris, that only leaves my dad. Calm down, Jesse. You're letting your nerves control you. Your dad is innocent, and Harris knows more than he's letting on. There's so much we don't know. Listen, Jesse, I'm worried too. I never had a murder case before. Anton Chambers had a family. One I had to call this morning upon getting the report. I'm scared to land them down, but I know we can solve this case. How can you remain so calm? That's too much pressure for me. Because I have you. It's thanks to you that Red and I solved my first case. Gay! We're teaming there, so let's have each other's backs. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Okay, I think I'm good. Thanks, Sophie. I really needed that. No problem, partner. Ready to go in. I got something for you. Yep. I checked the taser number, and it turns out that taser's unregistered. What do you mean unregistered? Since taser's unregistered, whoever had it got it illegally. It's been a real pain, too. Sun Inc. has no idea how taser could end up on the black market. But I figured it'd be best to let you all know. Thanks for the last minute help. I was hoping for more information, but it'll have to do. I was told the autopsy report is almost done. What else could be missing? Not sure, but I'll let you know when it's ready. Hopefully this goes well, and we won't need it by the time we finish. Now let's get this show on the road. Harris Newbeck, you're hereby on suspicion of murder. We have an eyewitness stating no one was in the alleyway except Anton and the culprit. How do you plead? Having looked over your evidence, your eyewitness account is lacking in detail. Not to mention, he claims that Anton pulled a gun on my client. And was only able to recognize him by a hat. If you want to hold my client here, then I demand more proof. In that case, Mr. Newbeck, did you walk into the alleyway with Anton Chambers? I keep saying. Mr. Newbeck, not another word unless needed. These two will twist your words against you like a snake on a vine. Okay, I hate her again. If you won't let him talk, then explain to us what happened. Certainly. This will be over before you know it. My client had no reason to leave by the alleyway when the front door was an option. He had walked out the front of the store and no one would know. Ash Smith would have already left, leaving Anton and Luna back at the store. How Anton Chambers ended up in the alleyway afterwards is beyond me, but it did involve my client. The side door was closer to the exit. Maybe he thought it was faster. But he entered by the front door, so he would likely leave by the same door. Maybe he wanted fresh air. He was inside the building the whole time. If the alleyway is filled with trash, there's better air in the front of the store or at the park. This page is just going in circles. I better drop this and move on. And why would no one notice? Simple. Your dad left first, and no one was at the front of the store. Luna was in the break room cleaning up, and Anton isn't around anymore to tell us where he was. That leaves you without any options. That does cover everyone. How else can I prove he went out the side door? And why couldn't Harris just leave the front of the store and then enter the alleyway? Your witness said both people entered the alleyway from the side door. If you're taking everything your witness said, then why didn't he mention someone coming in from the streets? That's true. We can't just cherry pick whatever we want from Thrive's statement. There's a possibility they talked and Harris asked Anton to go into the alleyway. So you say my client set this up to murder him? Well, maybe. Maybe won't cut it. If you want to hold my client here, you'll need something stronger than maybe. She's right, I'll stick to the facts before I start accusing Harris of anything. Okay, The front door wouldn't be an option if he was trying to avoid the detectors. And why would he be trying to avoid those, unless you think he had a weapon on him? If Bears had a weapon on him, then it would trigger, but I don't have any proof he was carrying one. I think of something else. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, it's probably this then, right? No? Okay. Ms. Eubank, you said that no one would have noticed, but we don't need a person. The camera at the front of the store would have recorded him, meaning we can prove if Harris left by the front door. I expected nothing less from you two, but there's one flaw in what you said. The camera footage was deleted after the pop broke, so anyone leaving by the front door afterwards wouldn't be recorded. Harris claims he left as soon as the deal was done. I'm worried, but I believe what happened is simple. My client left by the alleyway, but Anton left by the front entrance. Looking over the witness statements, the only recognizable feature was Harris's hat. If you conclude that Harris was there, the unknown person could be anyone. And I have an extra bit of proof Anton left by the front door. Quite the twist, do tell. Do you remember the metal detector? The alarm went off twice from sensing a weapon. We know it went off once when Anton entered the store. Ash confirms this. However, he never heard the second alarm. Well, we know that we know that Ash left even before Harris left. So the answer is simple. Oh, thank you for the follow. So the answer is simple. The second one happened as Anton left the store when Luna was the only person there. She didn't hear it because she is deaf. Then who did Harris meet in the alleyway? Questions that don't involve holding my client here. And yet I remind you, you don't have proof he was even there. Just a claim that someone with a hat, like my client, was there. If you hadn't rushed to bring my client in so quickly, you would have noticed it sooner. She's right, we need a better reason to hold him here. I may have been in a rush, but there are too many loose threads here. Detective, what can we do? The Eubank theory requires that both Harris and Anton weren't in the same room together. Let's start there. Snuba, can you tell us what happened after the deal was settled? Yes, ma'am. As you all know, Anton and I never met till last night. As far as I knew, he was just some fancy-pants businessman, nothing more. I've never been one for small talk, so I left after the meeting. My client had already won the bids, he had no motive to stay and talk with Anton. If Anton wanted to protest the bid, he could have gone straight to Luna. That's not completely true. There was one thing that happened before you left. Luna said she saw you and Anton talking around the computer. That's quite the detail to leave out. I did see that Luna claimed to have seen them. But with all due respect, she didn't hear anything they said. She didn't see them walk outside together. What they said isn't what I'm interested in. It's Nubek, why were you talking to Anton near the computer? We had a gentleman's talk, nothing more. I caught him defensive. Looks like we made progress. If you won't tell us anything, then we'll answer it ourselves. Now you're full of hogwash. How can you prove such a thing? Well, we'll get on with it then. Then I will. Here's why you're talking to Anton by the computer. Oh, the flash drive. The flash drive. Anton would need a computer to show Harris. There's something on it that he wanted you to see. Something you wanted to hide. Mr. Nubik, is there something you would like to tell us? My client has no need to answer that question. But if Luna saw him with Anton, Harris was the last person to see Anton alive. She's right. If he truly is innocent, then his account of seeing Anton is important to solving this case. We need Harris' statement. Fine, but I'll make it quick. Anton called me over to congratulate me on winning the bid. He was moved by my speech on being able to become a small business owner. He said, "Do you think a business was going to withdraw from behind the store? The computer just happened to be there, and ain't got nothing to do with this." I'm angry at the thought of us knowing about the computer. We must be close. No. I'm getting way too ahead of myself just pointing out that he's the escaped convict. Let's just start questioning. Was there anything suspicious about him? Nothing suspicious. Gave me a gentleman's handshake and everything. What's a gentleman's handshake? Handshake used by men to seal a contract, agreement, or deal. I take you meant to say he accepted your win? Yes, ma'am. And you want to know why? What? Yeah. What did you say that moved him? It was simple, really. It went something like this. Ever since I was a lad, my mom and pa worked tirelessly for our family. Woke up at the crack of dawn, just make enough. I think you get the picture. Let's move on. He was being honest about withdrawing. He was as true as a morning sun. There's much else to say. Was that computer used at all that night? Anton had some fancy data to show us. It all kind of flew over my head. Of course, none of which could win him the bidding. That was the only time we used a computer that night. Exactly, just prove that. I gotta find another flaw in the story. Chicken stew? Oh, hell yeah. I'm more of a beef stew kind of guy, but chicken stew sounds pretty good. I'm kind of lost. He's getting angry at the thought of us knowing about the computer. We must be close. I doubt Anton will be the kind of person who would congratulate him for taking his bid. That's just prove why. Oh. I'm kind of lost on this one. No, I'm lost, dude. No. This is like the first time I'm like big boy stumped, I feel like. Oh, I might just look this one up. I'll just start presenting everything, honestly. Ugh. It might just not be the statement. Okay. He said you think investments was gonna withdraw from buying the store. I already did the newspaper, right? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna look this up. Okay. That one's pretty difficult. Your portrayal of Anton Chambers doesn't line up with facts. Detective Hunt has been looking into Anton and found that he has been strong-arming business owners into selling to him. And one of the stores he was targeting was Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. If he lost the bid, he fully intended to get the store. The Big Business has a long history of being an upfront and just company. Accusing the former president of such actions is slander. Red is willing to stake his career on this. If he says it's true, I'll stake this case on it. There's someone with the codename of Big Hen he was aiming a strong arm. And Anton would have to use any means necessary to get the store. Then tell me who. Who is this Big Hen? And I want evidence to back it up. There's no backing out now. If we want to back up our theory, we'll have to figure out what the codename means. Here's his only competition for the store. It's possible he wanted to remove him. I don't think that's right. Okay. Mr. Newbook, can you please tell us your full name? Harris Eden Newbook. Eden is my pop's first name. Thank you, Mr. Newbook, or should I say, Hen? What? What are you saying? Are you saying that Anton... Yes, Anton didn't talk to Harris to congratulate him. He was gonna muscle him out of the deal. Hush your mouth. This story got a hole bigger than a dog's eye during the buffet. His code was Big Hen. All you did was explain the end part. He's right. What does Big mean? That's half the code name. I'll be right back. I forgot to turn off the light. What's up? Alright, what happened? I was moving furniture. Alright, this might be a shot in the dark, but I have to pick something. Then I'll explain it. Here's what BIG stands for. Mr. Newbook, can you please tell us your full name? Alright, told you, it's Harris E. Newbook. Are you sure that's your name? Does Ben Ivan Gull ring a bell to you? How did you... According to the news, Ben Ivan Gull escaped from prison almost 5 years ago. Soon he'll be declared dead. If someone tips off the authorities about where to find him, that could be very bad. Are you claiming that Harris is faking his... Oh my gosh, my voice just fucking died. Are you claiming that Harris had been faking his identity for the past 5 years? All we need to do is match his fingerprints to match what the police had on record for Ben Ivan Gull. Now, Mr. Newbook, if you'll comply with our will you comply with our investigation? You're going to find out anyways. My name is Ben Ivan Gull. I did escape from Zorp City Penitentiary. I still don't know how to fucking say that word. I was born and raised in the Sunrise District. Everything about from my past, my accent, it was all a lie. I was placed in jail 14 years ago when I was caught holding the goods from a robbery gone wrong. My co-robber shot and nearly killed a police officer. Since they only caught me, they charged me for shooting. My sentence was 30 years to life. And during that time, I became a prison barber. It was like I truly found my calling in life. But by the time I'd be free, if I'm lucky, most of my life would have gone by. With some connections and some luck, I managed to escape. I changed my life and start from scratch, but it was worth it. Did some small job haircuts here and there, then finally made a name for myself. That's how I met Soul. When he passed away, I tried to get the store he talked so highly about. To my shock, I won the bid. But just as I was about to leave... Mr. Newbook, before you leave, may I have a moment? I reckon I got a moment to spare? A moment is all I need, Mr. Newbook. Or should I call you Mr. Gull? Did you say? I don't want to waste time, so please take a look at this computer. You wouldn't want this information to get in the hands of the police now, would you? What do you want, partner? Oh, nothing much. I'm just ready to drop your bid and let me buy the store. Hello, we talk outside. Get some fresh air. Fine by me. That's how we end up outside. You know, we have to ask, what happened in the alleyway? I begged him, anything but that. I needed the store. But he refused. I kept trying and trying. That's when he pulled his gun. But why did he pull his gun? Did you provoke him? He was trying to intimidate me. Wanted to show me that he had my life in his hands. Then aimed his gun upwards and fired. Claimed it was a warning shot. But after he fired, Anton looked towards the alleyway entrance. I think he saw something. Then there was a loud sound, and I ran off while he was distracted. A loud sound? What was it? I don't know. I was too busy trying to escape. If he was going to fire one shot, he might have fired more. I swear I didn't kill him. I don't know how he died. Harris, you were the last person to see him alive. Do you expect us to believe that? My client only wanted to hide his past. He had no motive to kill Anton Chambers. Anton knowing his secret is exactly the motive we need. Kill Anton and secret doesn't get out. Then how did I do it? What did I use to shoot him? We still don't know anything about the murder weapon, aside from it likely being a gun. I'm going to explain why it couldn't be me. Don't think I've confessed to as being blackmailed by Anton Chambers. I didn't even own a gun to shoot him with. Even if I did own a gun, no one saw me with one. Ask Ash and Luna, they were there the whole time. Oh, there's one more. If they didn't see me with one, then there's no way to prove I came in with one. There's a way to know if he had a gun when he came into the store. Metal detector. It went off twice last night. But we already know why. Soon Anton entered and left. He just told us that he walked out the alleyway with you. How could he have triggered the alarm twice? Neither Luna nor Ash carry guns, so it couldn't have been them. Then how come Ash only heard it once? And the answer to this, there can only be one reason my dad didn't hear anything. I know why. He's the only way Ash didn't hear the second alarm in the store. He was in the break room at the time. It's soundproof enough that the alarm wouldn't travel there. And what proof do you have that he was there? Let's see. Okay. The honest wouldn't ask where they were when Harris arrived, but when they confirmed that, then we would know Harris had brought a gun with him. He killed Anton in the alleyway and left his body there overnight. I keep telling you, I didn't kill nobody. Mr. Newbook, don't let her provoke you. I can't believe you're still defending him. He's clearly hiding something. We all know it. I'm defending him to find the murderer. In case you forgot, being in the alleyway isn't proof of murder. He killed your friend and got my dad as suspect of murder, and you still defend him? You're acting no differently than you did the last 2 times. Damn! Justina, take a walk outside with me. Now. Mind telling me what happened? Sorry. Sorry isn't good enough. What happened? I got carried away. I shouldn't have gotten angry. Anger aside, you can't attack a lawyer. Mrs. Eubank is doing her job, and what you said crossed the line. I need you to act like a professional. I'll be professional. Listen, I get that this case is more personal than our previous cases together. I want you to stay, but one more outburst like that, I will remove you. I understand. I'm sorry. If you want to apologize, do so to the 2 inside. Are you calm enough to go inside? Yeah, I am. Thanks, Sophie. Like I said, we're partners in there. I expect you to do the same if I act that way. Let's get back inside. Well, before you go... Zerl! Did something happen? Before you 2 go back in there. Mostly something I'm missing. They haven't proved Harris is culprit, so there's a hole in their theory. But if he... No, Harris, I can't give up on him. I think so what the true culprit wants. Ms. Eubank? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking to myself, but we should be able to get you out of here soon. There's something you should know. Let's not stay here, the walls have ears. What matters is, you haven't killed anyone. As long as that's true, I'll get you out of here. But if I did, like, not directly, but by... Sorry for the interruption, my partner just needed a moment to calm down. As for this interrogation, we contacted Luna and Ash at the store. They mentioned that Anton arrived first and was escorted to the break room. When you arrived, only Luna was there to greet you. As it stands, my partner's theory still holds up. Luna's deaf and couldn't hear it, meaning only my client confirmed if he did or didn't hear it. But right now, he's not going to answer that. Can't let him answer that until I figure out what happened. Are you playing as Ferris now? No way. Detective, I know I lost my temper before, but give me another chance, I think I got it. Go ahead. Now it's time to go on the offense. Find a flaw in her story and then smash it like a teapot. Our witness saw Anton and Harris in the alleyway around 7 p.m. Sunday night. Shit, we just switched protagonist. Are you fucking kidding? I don't want to play as her, dude. Okay, whatever. How do you know the time exactly? That's when the meeting ended. Both my dad and Luna were there. The meeting started at 6:30 p.m. and ended at 7 p.m. that night. Give or take a few minutes based on how long it took before my client entered the alleyway. So I can prove the time is wrong, I can't completely disagree with that. We close a small trash can and graffiti talk about Harris dropping the bid. Why would the witness remember such a spot? Because the witness made the graffiti and thought they were going to ruin it. If Anton didn't pull his gun out, he might have tried to yell at them to leave. Once guns were involved, he remained hidden to avoid getting shot. But the witness is a graffiti artist. If they cared that much about their work, I doubt they would mistake it. Better keep that in mind. How do you know they saw it? Everyone knows what a gun is, the shape can't be mistaken. But they only saw it for a moment, right? Well, yeah, if the witness kept looking at them, the culprit might have looked back. But they clearly didn't see a finger gun being pointed. So that's not Anton pull a gun, but not Harris. If you didn't see Harris pull his own gun out, then that's good for our case. The witness got scared off and ran. Anton pulled out his gun and shot... Harris pulled out his gun and shot Anton twice. If Miss Chambers was shot once, why shoot him again? Shot in the abdomen wouldn't be lethal, so if he shot there first, a shot to the heart would be lethal. Why not just shoot the heart first? I don't know. Shooting one bullet is risky enough. Why risk a second one? If Harris needed to get away, an abdomen shot would have been enough. Question we can answer later. Better get Harris off the hook first. After shooting him in the alleyway, Harris left the body there until my dad found it this morning. Why would he leave the body there? Wouldn't he want to hide the body? With his missing wallet and keys, this was clearly a stage to be a robbery. He wanted us to find the body and go on a wild goose chase for the true culprit. Don't cry in my ear and tell me it's raining. I knew nothing about all this robbery nonsense till today. He's so angry he put his accent back on. But why would the culprit stage a robbery? This case is getting more and more suspicious. Here's the proof my client is innocent. I don't think this works here. Are you sure you picked the right one? You're right, Detective. Let me grab the right one. Oh, come on. When a witness got scared and ran off, Harris pulled out his gun and shot Anton twice. Disagreeing with their witness won't get me anywhere. I have to dismantle Jusina's theory. If their witness was honest, then Justina must be forgetting something. This is a lot harder without anyone to bounce ideas off. I could use my own Justina. They move close to the small trash can, and graffiti talk about Harris dropping the bid. Anton pulled his gun on Harris as a means to threaten him. When the witness got scared and ran off, Harris pulled his gun out and shot Anton twice. After shooting him in the alleyway, Harris found the body there. Harris left the body there until my dad found it this morning. Jesus Christ, this game got, like, uber hard, like, so fast. Unless I'm just missing something. Okay. I feel like I'm kinda on the right track. I did this one, right? Yeah. No, I feel. Oh, actually, you know what? No? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm lost on this one too. Hold on, let me... That's such a small detail. I never would have gotten that one. Sorry, Jesse, but you weren't paying attention. Hey, that's Detective Swift's nickname for me. I'll allow it. It's too good of a nickname for only myself. What's wrong with the theory? Remember the crime scene from this morning? The body was found in the center of the alleyway, not near the graffiti. Okay, that's such a small detail. I feel like this and right here, they're not that far apart. I see if Anton shot and fell, his body would have been where a witness saw them. Exactly. That's why Justina's theory doesn't work. But he shot Anton and moved the body. What matters is that he shot him. No reason would he have. As far as he knew, no one was around. If he wanted to hide the body, he would just push it into the dumpster. In fact, I think there's something else that happened by the art and small trash can that would help explain this. Then go ahead. Here's what else will happen next to the art and small trash can. Confetti. You found some next to the trash can, right? Yeah, so? On its own doesn't mean anything. When you combine it with this evidence, the confetti gives a whole new meaning. You know exactly what happened. A taser was used in this exact spot your witness saw my client Anton. But that doesn't show that Anton was hit with a taser, just that one was used. How do you know it was used on him? Oh, that's where the 2 puncture wounds come from. The answer was with us from the start. Here's how we know a taser was used on him. According to the preliminary report, 2 puncture wounds were found in his chest. Which I bet money matches the taser. All we need now is the autopsy report to confirm that. And once it's confirmed, that will be all the proof Harris didn't bring a gun. How does a taser prove that? Because my client will admit to triggering the detectives at the front of the store. I will? He will? But doesn't that... Detectives triggered twice, one from Anton's gun, and once by the taser Harris was holding. It might not be a gun, but its shape will cause it to trigger. We never tested on gun-shaped items before. Well, Harris, she confessed to it? Yes, I did bring the taser. I can bring it in if needed. Where'd you have a taser? I had to escape from prison. I need something to defend myself. You never know when someone will figure out my past and try to turn me in. Getting a taser off the black market was my best bet. Ownership of an unregistered taser is illegal. But let's worry about that later. Sorry, Harris, it was the only way. Now that we have that settled, now they have settled that, I requested my client be let go. He didn't bring a gun, therefore he couldn't have killed Anton. Sorry, but we can't do that. While we were outside, we got some news from Sue. We got that autopsy report. It's not complete, but there's one detail that matters here. He was killed with his own gun. What? Then that means anyone with Anton's gun could kill him. If he was stunned by Harris' taser, Harris could have taken the gun and finished the job. I'll update the report for you. Give it a read. What did I do? I just admitted my client carried a taser, and all I did was dig his own grave. He's as good as caught. All thanks to me. Hi, Germ. All the evidence I presented was a waste. Anne was right to hate me. Everything she said was true. I'm sorry, Harris. I failed you. Most public defenders don't give their clients much time of day. Oftentimes, they're overworked and underpaid. How can they be expected to provide a good defense under those conditions? You fought for them better than anyone else could have. Sophie's right. I did fight for them. I told Harris I believed in him, and I still do. I'm not giving up now, not until I'm out of options. I'm out of evidence, but I can attempt a gambit. We may be out of evidence, but we're not out of options. That would be a clever trap, except that it helps prove my client is innocent. It does? I didn't see anything. I'll explain, but first tell me, how do you know my client did that? Simple. I'll give you the rundown with the new information. Thank the gods that worked. And the hard part, finding a flaw before they noticed I was bluffing. Set the scene, Anton had pulled his gun on Harris. When Harris had the chance, he tased Anton. Anton then fell to the ground, which gave Harris time to steal his gun. That's when Harris shot Anton twice with his own gun. Finally! No? Oh no, it's this. Detective, I think you're forgetting what I told you today. Anton only carries one bullet in his gun. Even if my client shot him once, he couldn't do it again. He did say that, but we have no way of verifying that he did so last night. We can only conclude that he had 2 bullets in his gun. I've known him for years. He wouldn't bring a second bullet. I refuse to believe that. Then why did our witness hear 2 shots? I said he fired one in the air. That must have been the first shot. If Mrs. Eubank is right and Anton only carries 1 bullet, that doesn't explain the second bullet. And the answer is simple. A second bullet is never fired. Our witness said he heard 2 shots. This might be a shot in the dark, but I have to say it. Your witness only confirms it was a second gunshot after you pressured him. That's why it's not in their official statement. You're leading your own witness. They were trying to run for their lives, so they weren't giving it their full attention. In fact, my client even said he couldn't confirm what the second sound was. It's true, all I know is that it was loud and nearby. Then I'll give you a chance to prove it. What was the loud sound our witness must have heard after the first gunshot? My hand must have slipped. The second sound was never a bullet, it was Luna dropping the pot. Which only dropped because she saw a shadow in the alleyway. And who was leaving the alleyway after the first shot? None other than your witness. That's what your witness heard. That does make a bit of sense. It's not like she saw a ghost. Let me see if I'm understanding your timeline of events. First, Harris and Anton walk near the small trash can. Next, Anton pulls his gun and threatens Harris. Our witness hears the first gunshot from Anton firing upwards as a warning shot. Then, they run off, Luna sees their shadow and drops the pot, and Anton gets distracted. In the confusion, Harris tases Anton and runs off. Yes, that's more or less what I believed happened. Then there's still some threads we need to pull. If Harris didn't kill Anton, who did? Anton was shot with his own gun twice, yet if you're correct, his gun would have been empty after that warning shot. How could he have been killed? It's not my job to figure that part out, only get all charges against my client dropped. This morning he claimed that this was a robbery case. Maybe that happened after my client ran off. Mr. Newbuck, did you take Anton's gun, wallet, or flash drive after you tased him? All I did was take his flash drive. If he was going to blackmail me, I thought his flash drive might be something I could use. A blackmail Cold War. Detective, I can't accept Mrs. Eubank's theory. Here's why it's flawed. There's like one good-looking person. Where is he? This guy. Hello, AG, how are you? And this guy's okay, but he's dead. The murder happened after the meeting ended at 7 p.m. Sunday night. That means he must have died right before the meeting ended. What did the autopsy report say? Now, there's no one else in the alleyway besides our witness, Harris, and Anton. Found no proof of a third party entering the alleyway afterwards. And if a third party was there, that wouldn't explain why his body moved to the center of the alleyway. On your floor? Damn. According to the autopsy report, he could have died as late as 9 p.m. I understand that these reports choose times that contain a certain amount of speculation. But even with the margin of error, he could have died much later. Detective, is she right? Coroner Rebecca Rebecca Lamorse is an expert in this field. She wouldn't throw out that time frame lightly. Finally getting near the answer. After everything we learned today, if Harris is innocent, then there'll only be one solution. After getting tased, here's what happened to Anton. The culprit must have waited until my client left before entering the alleyway. We were both in the alleyway and couldn't find anything to prove that. If someone was waiting for him, how could they have known he was leaving by the side door? As tragic as it seems, he was the only person in the alleyway at the time. He must have pulled the trigger himself. There are 2 shots, not 1. Maybe he shot himself once before firing a second one in his heart. That's a good point. Okay, yeah. Also hiding in the alleyway, perhaps in the dumpster bin? Hey, wait, what? If someone put a heavy box on top, they would be locked inside. Jesse, why do you sound like you speak from experience? Listen, when you play hide and seek with Luna as a kid, you play to win. Sometimes things don't go as planned. I guess Vi is another child who took hide and seek too seriously. Okay. But if I was the culprit and no one else was in the alleyway, then there's only one answer. Anton must have gotten up after being tased and left. It's the only solution that makes sense. Then he didn't die in the alleyway. The whole case was premised on the idea that Anton died in the alleyway immediately after the meeting. But I'll claim that premise is faulty given what we know now. Your theory throws out everything we know about his death. How did his body get in the alleyway? The true culprit knew about what happened in the alleyway. If they killed Anton, then moved his body into the alleyway, the police would naturally think he died there. It was a setup so my client would take the fall. Then what about the wall and gun? Why move those? The wall must have been to make it seem like my client was trying to set up a robbery. But they needed to leave the gun. The gun and bullets would allow anyone to be the killer. That's why both were found at the park. And where did he die? Dying within 2 hours after the meeting means he could have been killed anywhere. I can't say for certain, but I do know where to start. There's only one piece of evidence that can tell us where he might have gone. Here's the best bet to find out where Anton went. Inside Anton's wallet, there's a parking ticket for Ubic Investments. There isn't a time, but it's dated for yesterday, so we know for a fact he went there. Also means that his car was parked there at some point. Ubic Investments would be willing to cooperate with the police on this matter. But you'll have to let my client go. Detective, what do you want to do? At C-Bank, we will gladly take your offer. Does that mean you're no longer the prime suspect in this case? That said, you did have an unregistered taser on you. You will be charged with misdemeanor and likely pay a fine. But I think we can all agree that's much better than murder. Isn't he like a convicted criminal? What? What about who I really am? I'm sorry, Harris, but... Detective, if I may, you told me in the alleyway that you wanted to help people. I don't truly know if Ben deserved the sentence, but he is trying to rebuild his life. Maybe it's not the proper way, but... maybe he could have waited until the sentence was finished. But how will putting him away behind bars help anyone? There's no excusing what he did, but there must be a way to help him. I'm sorry, Ferris. I do want to help, but I can't help him. Not like this. Can you change the punishment? Like, make him do community service? Community service isn't a replacement for what he did. Legally, the moment you escape prison, you are committing a crime. Those are 5 years of criminal activity that can't be ignored. Detective, the look in your eye tells me you don't want to. The detective inside me wants to follow the law. My heart still feels guilty, like I'm tossing away your life. You may never have a life outside prison again. I wish I didn't have to do this. I'm gonna save you trouble. Just turn myself in. Harris, I'm sorry. Detective, can I have one last favor before I do so? Could you give Harris Newbook a few hours to settle my affairs? I'll stay in the station, I just want to make a few calls before I do. After that, Ben Gore will turn himself in. I'll grant you a few hours. That's the best I can do. So please, make the most of that time. And with that, I believe we can bring this interrogation to a close. Ferris, thank you. You did better than anyone else I know. I know I'm allowed as a defendant. I don't blame you if you want to walk away now. Anton was a dear friend of mine. If you didn't kill him, you still tased him. That said, you didn't kill him. You shouldn't take the blame for the true culprit. I just wish I could have helped you more. I don't have the money to pay you, but I promise to owe you someday. Might take a while since I have to go back to jail. What do we call a pro bono for now? If you want to pay me, how about a haircut on the house? I can wait until you get out of prison. You and your own family could come. There'll be free haircuts all around. Real quick, what made you take up my case? Truth is, the detective wrote your statements down to the case file. The exact words were, I ain't got a heart for killing, even when I'm angry. Amy could have said they didn't do it, but your words felt more earnest. I can just turn my back on you after reading that. Well, I'll be. Such large faith in such a small molehill. Small molehill that turned out to be a mountain. I'll try and reach out to some attorneys I know. I'm sure someone better suited for this case can help you once you turn yourself in. I'm sorry, Detective. I was too reckless. Not so sure he did it. And now we still don't know who killed Anton. You're right, but we can worry about that tomorrow. We didn't catch the killer, but we have a new lead. If he didn't remain level-headed by the end, we may not have gotten that. I just wish Ben could have gotten his dream. And Ben didn't turn himself in. Would you have done it? With a heavy heart, I would. Judging Annie for what she did was challenging enough. At least she can rebuild her life. But since he didn't commit murder, there's still a chance in the future. For now, we better find the one who tried to pin the crime on him. Nice work, you two. So you got me caught up. Even told me you gave Ferris a bit of pep talk in the alleyway. When I lost faith in myself, I had friends who told me I trust myself. She looked like someone who needed that advice as well. Whoever that devilishly handsome person was, he was right to trust you. In Osina, I also told of you losing your cool. Detective Swifton calling you down, pushing witness hard could lead to being fired. I know it's easy to get caught up in the moment, but taking a step back is important. Yes, sir, I'll do better next time. But anyway, we still don't know who the killer is. We barely know more than we did at the start today. I think it's best to sleep on it tonight. You don't want to overwork a single case. He's right, it's getting late, so we can start investigating tomorrow. Fair enough, it's been a long day. I had to stay in the office for a couple hours to catch up on my work. I didn't finish, but at least I did enough to keep my job. And the next day, that was certainly a day I wouldn't forget. Glass bullet. Alright, guess we're on the final case now. Okay, April 30th. Oh, this is the day before. Alright, everything should be ready for tomorrow now. Assistant, there you are. Oh, sorry, I thought that was Sue. Don't tell me Sue's making you work overtime again. Unfortunately, she needs me to get everything ready for an interview with Mr. Chambers tomorrow. Why, what's up? Us around the station. We're about to go for drinks together. The new patrol officers think they show off their badge. They're sure to get a date. Something about how ladies can't resist a man in uniform. I'm sure you could sneak away to come join us. I'm sorry, Detective, but I might have misheard you. You didn't just ask my clerk to skip work, did you? Especially when she's busy getting everything ready for your interrogation tomorrow? Because I'm sure you got some reports around here you never finished filling out. Well, you see, I just meant that she's welcome to join us after she gets off. Tempting, but I have other plans tonight. Besides, I don't want to be the only girl there. Don't we have a drinking competition to settle, Ernest? I'd love to join. Oh, would you look at the time? Gotta run! I don't know, it's just how male-dominated this station is. We're kind of outnumbered. That's how it is at most precincts here. It's about 4 to 1 in their favor. Anyways, we have a lot of work to get done before tomorrow, and I'd like to, be out before the sun sets. Yes, ma'am. Sophie, good morning. Morning, Justy. We got some good news. I checked the logs for the parking garage at Eubank Investments. Anton Chambers entered around 7:30 p.m. on the 30th, and it doesn't look like he left afterwards. So his car is sure still to be there. That means Eubank Investments is our possible crime scene, and we just secured our warrant. I guess we better go, we better get to investigating. Looks like today will be another long day. Dude, how did they not find that, like, way early on? Are there resort days around here? You better hurry to the Eubank Investments. We can be there in 5 minutes on Zephyr. Not again. Hold on a moment before you leave. Sue, what you need? I want to ask, have you two noticed Ernest acting different recently? He's the same old goofball as always to me, why? You remember the other day when Ernest went out drinking? Yeah, he left around 5 that night. What about it? According to Officer Johnny, he said Ernest disappeared sometime around 7, which was earlier than normal. Oh, I didn't want to... I was literally thinking this right as we were starting the case, like, after we had the little flashback. I feel like Ernest isn't a good guy. I was like, you know... I feel like they're really starting to switch us onto Sophie more, and I don't like that because it's making me feel like Ernest might be bad, and I am scared now. Yeah, but we all know he doesn't actually drink. He just goes to hang out with everyone. Thing is, Johnny said he got a phone call an hour before he left, and they started acting a lot more distant afterwards. Before he left without much of a word. That's worrying. It's just a phone call. Maybe he had a family emergency. And he said, but this happened on the night of Anton's death. The timing of it, I just can't help but wonder if it's a coincidence. So you think Red is hiding something from us? Hold up, the Detective Hunt we're talking about. He's the most straightforward man I know. Which is all the more reason to be concerned if he's hiding something. It's just something to keep in mind as you investigate. I have to get back to work. Someone has to do Justina's work until she's back. With any hope, this will be an easy case. No, dude. I expect to have a welcoming party. Justina being here early, and are the cows flying? Hey now, I always show up on time. What good is being early if I don't get paid for it? But the joy of the job, of course. Find something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. He's right, being at the station's never felt like a job to me. Maybe being here has made it extra fun. Well, I certainly never had a job like this before. Seems relaxed now, better ask him while his guard is down. You know, Detective, I missed joining you for drinks on Sunday. How'd it go? Yeah, thanks for the invite, Red. I only just learned of it. You don't work Sundays and felt like a people in the office type of invite. But sure, I'll tell you how it went. We left the station shortly after leaving you and Sue. We headed to the local bar and I decided to grab a bubbly water. The patrol officers kept trying with the ladies but kept getting shot down. Around 7 p.m., I had my fun watching them and left the bar. I went home afterwards. I needed some rest to prepare for Anton's arrival. If Sue's hunch is right, he's clearly hiding something, but we don't have enough information to properly disprove it yet. Anyways, we'll head out when you're ready, Jesse. I swear to God. Dude, oh my gosh. I had a feeling. I had a feeling, like, after the whole thing with Bill, when he was, like... At first I thought he was, like, involved with the charity money, because he just seemed to, like, give up on Bill so easily. He was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Oh, shit. You know, I like how you give us all cute nicknames, Sophie. Hey, finally someone appreciates my craft. This seems very fitting at you. But I'm curious, how come Sue doesn't have one? Well, I just didn't see the point. I mean, Sue's just so short and all. She already tried it. She started calling her Susie, and then she started getting loads of paperwork on the desk. That was a perfect nickname! I'll do my best to never get on Sue's bad side. All this running around today is making me tired. Why don't I go make a coffee run for us? I don't drink that stuff. Water's the only liquid I need. You sure? Starlight Coffee has best lattes ever. Starlight. Okay. It's Justina guaranteed to be transcendental experience. Starlight, I'm quite partial to the caramel macchiatos myself. Well, I think it's more for you two than me. I haven't had a chance to get some this morning. Speaking of Sunday nights, Sue said something about a drinking contest. What was that all about? Oh, it's nothing. We just had a contest a couple years ago. Red has sworn off drinking ever since. How badly did you lose? Listen, the less you know, the better. If you value your life, never go drinking with Sue. My life? No criminal will ever be as scary as her. God, I swear to God, if he's the fucking murderer, I'm gonna be so mad. My heart, it's gonna be like what happened in Persona 4. My heart's gonna shatter in 10 bajillion fucking pieces. Oh my gosh. I don't want to say, like, oh yeah, there's a chance he might be the murderer, because that just sounds so far-fetched that, like, oh my gosh, dude. There's like music going on out there. Oh, I was playing that. Back here once again. Looks like nothing changed. Good morning, welcome to Ubic Investments. We're investing in beautiful furniture for you. Well, that's new. I'm Detective Sophie Swift with the Azure City Police. We're here to investigate the death of Mr. Anton Chambers. A pleasure to meet you, Detective. I'm Joy Collins, and I'll be happy to assist you today. What an honor to have two officers of our fine police force today. Ubic Investments welcomes you both. In fact, I have it here that our president has been inspecting you. President? Anton Chambers was the president. Have they ever replaced him? Oh, there you are, Detective. It finally be him. Oh, you're the assistant from the other day. Let's see, Lowell Ledger, administrative assistant at Ubank Investments. It seems your information is outdated. As of today, I've been promoted to the president. You became president? How did that come about exactly? Simple. With the tragic passing of our former president, Mr. Eubank has been at the state of shock. The two of us spent all day yesterday trying to deal with the fallout of his death. We didn't know that when Anton was last here, so it would be we didn't know that when Anton was last here, so it would be the last time we saw him. So until matters are resolved, I'm promoted to president of the company in order to help our CEO in these troubling times. That's a pretty huge promotion. I may ask what time to see Anton leave here. He left around 6:20 p.m. on the dot. And that was the last time you saw him? Correct. Once he left, I didn't see him again. He showed up at my dad's store at 6:30 p.m. and not too far from here. That does line up with the facts that we know. Since we're here, do you mind telling us more about where you were that day? Sorry, but I'm rather busy right now. I really must be going. Being president of Ubank Investments has left me very busy. But Miss Collins is more than happy to book an appointment next if you like. This guy's really getting on my nerves. So if you excuse me, I have a meeting with Mr. Eubank to attend to. I'll start to hunt him down later. Miss Collins, were you here the night of Anton's death? Absolutely. I work here Sunday through Thursday for 10 hours a day. 10 hours? How can you possibly handle that? Here, Eubank Investments say it's just fly by with how fun it is. And the overtime pay certainly helps. Screw that PR nonsense. She's doing this for the money. Can you tell us what you saw that day? Absolutely. And for the wonderful cops who protect our city. Let me pull my recording out. Recordings? I tend to use my phone to record things that I want to remember. Here's my recording. April 30th, 6:23 p.m., Ubic Investments reception desk. I was informed that Mr. Chambers left just a little bit ago. I should be quiet until my shift ends at 8 p.m. Beep. I stayed in the first floor the whole night. As far as I know, he didn't return. Mind if you get a copy of this recording? Of course not. Anything to help. First, I heard a recording being used as a statement. So else can I assist you to today? I'd like to have a chat with Mr. Eubank. Mr. Eubank is currently in the President's office. He has a meeting with our beloved President, so feel free to wait here until he's done. What do we have? No, this just reads that he fucking did it, dude! I'm so mad! Oh my gosh. Dude, I will never recommend this game to anyone if he's the culprit. That's not true. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. He seems surprisingly excited about working here. Absolutely, Ubic Investments is all about building a better future. I'm the first face visitors see. It's important that I convey those values to them with a smile. I don't know how you do it. I did customer service once and I absolutely hate it. True. Having to fake a smile all the time all while dealing with rude, entitled people. If you don't mind advice, look for something better before the creeps come by. The wonderful people working here are never like that. Besides, it's a great way of networking with the higher-ups. Huh? Yeah, you know, networking. Rubbing shoulders with the executives. I'm making opportunities for myself in the future. I'm aiming for a degree in urban and regional planning. And if Ubic Investments has plans for the future of our city, would being so familiar with them give me a leg up? If I can make sure I'm on their minds, I'll have the job for sure. So that's why you're doing this? Exactly. I got my foot in the door. Once I graduate, I already know the hiring managers by name. That's a pretty clever plan. I never knew there would be so much a simple job like this. I'm in awe. So why do you record voice memos like that? I find it to be like keeping a journal, just with your own voice. Writing is such a pain, it takes so long, and it feels so impersonal. There's also something so absurd about listening to your own voice. No way, I hate hearing my own voice. I can't stand it. First time I heard it, I thought it was really weird. I don't know how you do it. Once you listen to it a few times, you get used to it. Plus, I think you have a very lovely voice. Really? Yeah, you do. It's so passionate and angelic. It fits you so well. It's like a door to your soul. Huh? Where did this... I mean, thank you, I guess. Gay! Sorry, I didn't mean to blurt that all out. My bad. Something the matter? No, I was just thinking. Your partner has a point. You have a wonderful voice. Thanks. Why am I blushing this hard? Gay! Oh my gosh. Miss Collins, we heard that Miss Chambers' car might be here. Would we be able to see it? Of course, it should be in the parking garage. You have specialists preparing it to be delivered to the family. You can get, they can give you the details on the car. If Mr. Eubank is going to take a while, might as well check out the garage instead of waiting here. Well, this certainly is parking garage. About as plain as you can get. Were you expecting something different? I thought the Eubanks might go for something more extravagant. After everything you've seen of them, you still believe that? They live in a modest home, drive modest cars, and work a simple and plainly decorated office. A minute, they're the first from extravagant you can get. I guess you make a pretty good point. Maybe I have misjudged them. What are you two doing here? Meg? Forget about us, what are you doing here? I'm working. There's a car that got left here that I was sent to pick up. Something about the owner dying. In those cases, my company gets hired to tow off, fix up the car. We're investigating the death of said owner, Anton Chambers. How'd your company get involved in this? It's quite simple. Our company got contacted yesterday morning. They told us that they wanted to repair the car for the family of someone that passed away. Given that I was most familiar with Eubank Investments, they wanted me to take the job. I've been working on this car since yesterday. Now look at her, she's a thing of beauty. Otherwise, the only unusual thing I found was some clumps of wool in the car trunk. Do you remember who contacted your company? Right now, I just took the job. I only got the call around 9. You think it's important? If Meg started working on this yesterday, and whoever contacted them knew Anton's car was here. Yet no one contacted the police. I bet it was done on purpose. But what about the wool? Why is it unusual? Because nothing in the car is made of wool. All the seats are made of leather. What do you use wool for? It's something used in blankets, rugs, gloves, upholstery, car seats. Nothing of which I found in the car. I still have some of the wool if you want it. Might as well take some. Another mystery to add to pile. I swear to God, if it's red, I'm going to scream. Thanks, Maid. Mind if we look around? I don't mind. Let me know if you need anything. Do we not have the wool? Oh my gosh. We're gonna get it later. It's gonna be red and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, it was his jacket the whole time. Whoa. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad, dude! Okay, I've been going for a while. I think next time will probably be the ending, which will be tomorrow. I think I'll play this game until the end.